following announcement. Please remain seated while the riverboat is moving.
The giant observation wheel on the south bank, called the London Eye, can be a spectacular place to celebrate New Year's Eve. People line up all along the Thames to watch the sky and the river explode with fireworks. Inside is Sea Life London Aquarium, where you can feed a stingray, walk underneath a tropical ocean, or have a laugh with the clownfish. County Hall is also home to the London Dungeon.
At Waterloo Pier for around 5 to 10 minutes. Are also known as the Houses of Parliament. It's home to the British government. It houses the House of Lords and the House of Commons. There's been a palace on this site for over 1,000 years. The building you see today is only around just over 150 years old. The palace has two large towers. The tower at the very end with the flagpole, that's called the Victoria Tower. It's named after Queen Victoria. She opened the building. The other tower is very, very famous. It's the largest four-faced chiming clock anywhere in the world. Now, does anybody know the name of that clock tower in front of us to our left? Does anybody know? Nobody knows? Should we say it together on 3? Would that be easy? Everybody, ready? 1, 2, 3. The Queen Elizabeth Tower. Oh. Sorry folks, the Queen Elizabeth Tower. I did hear it over here, the Queen Elizabeth Tower. Big Ben. Big Ben is in fact the bell inside the tower, which chimes on the hour and the hour only. The chimes you hear at 1/4past, 1/2past and 1/4to, and before the hour bell, they're called the Westminster chimes. So Big Ben is only the hour bell. And waving to any people you see on the bridge today. So just go underneath, give them a little wave, give them a toot, Captain. Anyone up there? Hardly anyone up there, that's all. Anyone listen, anyone looking? Hello? Hello folks, hello there. This is the very famous Savoy Hotel. A very famous hotel, very expensive hotel. The cheapest room on a riverside view inside that hotel is £1,500 a night. So it's very, very expensive. But you do get a free English breakfast with 2 sausages. Yeah, so it's just kind of worth it. Building with the electronic sign on the front of it. Well, believe it or not, that's this country's national theatre. That building has been voted 10 years in a row the ugliest building on the banks of the River Thames. Small building in front of that where it says ITV. These two together, they form Kent House. This is the recording studios for London Weekend Television. Channel 3 or ITV. 20 locals on board. This here they film such classics as X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, and the next Saturday Night Takeaway. And they normally film the news in this building here as well, and they film This Morning, which is on in the morning. You see it over there, that's Studio 8, home of This Morning. So if we're lucky, we're probably on TV as we go past, so don't be shy. Give them a little wave over there. You might find yourself on TV later on. Well, they're early flood warnings for the City of London. What would happen if the tide would rise to a certain level, then you knew London was at risk of flooding. Now, the Victorians, they remembered a few rhymes to remember this by. If you know the rhyme, join in. The rhyme goes, if the lions' heads are drinking, then London is sinking. It's quite simple. There's a modern day version. The modern day version goes, if the lions' heads are ducked, then London is flooded. Doesn't rhyme as well. Blackfriars Road Bridge. Then we have Blackfriars Railway Bridge. As you can see, in between the two bridges we have some red columns either side of us. There's some this side and there's more that side. Red columns either side of the boat. Now these red columns, they're the remaining supports to the old St Paul's railway line that used to span the Thames here. The railway line was taken away, it became unsafe. It couldn't take the weight of the modern day trains. They left the supports there because they was worried if they took them away, the other two bridges would both fall down. So that's where they stayed. This is the Southwark Road Bridge. It was built here to ease congestion for the old London Bridge. But ironically, due to the one-way streets and hard to find roads either side of it, it's the least used bridge here in London today. Well, the newest skyscraper here in London, this is the Shard of Glass. It's the tallest building in Western Europe, standing at just over 1,000 feet tall. The Shard has 87 floors. The 72nd floor is an open-air viewing platform. Now the viewing platform costs around £25 I think, 25 to £30 to visit. It's quite expensive. If you want to save yourself some money, to our left we have a building over here with the white cranes on the top of it. See it to our left hand side? It's number 20 Fenchurch Street. It's been nicknamed the Walkie-Talkie Building. At the top there, you can just about make a few people. Sky Garden London. You have to register and they send you a reservation slot completely free. So if you want to save yourself some money, go up there. It's definitely I definitely recommend it. The White Tower or the Norman's Keep. The Tower of London, it's been various things in its time. It's been a royal palace, a royal observatory, a prison, a zoo, but it's most commonly known as a place of execution. Today it's home to the Queen's crown jewels. The only thing you can see from the river and not from the tower itself is the sentence on the embankment wall, entry to the Traitor's Gate. It was built by a man called Sir John Wolfe Barry. It was built in a Gothic style to blend in with its neighbour, the Tower of London, so it's not as old as it looks. Tower Bridge is the only bridge of its kind anywhere in the world, being a part suspension bridge and a part bascule bridge. The bascules are the centre part which form the roadway. Those can be raised in 90 seconds to let larger vessels in and out the City of London. If anybody's interested in seeing the bridge raise while you're here in London, seeing the bridge lift, then go onto your phones, go onto Google, type in Tower Bridge lift times, and it tells you all the times the Tower Bridge is raising. You have to request a bridge lift 24 hours in advance, so all bridge lifts will be online. It's completely free for the bridge to raise as well. Tower Bridge is completely free to open, but obviously you need a boat that's big enough to go through, you know? You can't go through on a canoe, it doesn't work like that. You need a boat that's big enough to go through, obviously. Well, there we go, folks. We'll turn the boat round now.
Londoners call it Manhattan on Thames, and Canary Wharf does look like a miniature New York City.
Canary Wharf was built on the Isle of Dogs, which supposedly got its name because King Henry VIII kept his royal kennels here. The Isle of Dogs is really less an island than a peninsula formed by a long, bowing curve of the Thames. Who would want to leave the City of London to come and work here?
But the government clung to its vision. It expanded London's transportation system to make Canary Wharf easily accessible to office workers. Gradually, the idea caught on with businesses and their employees.
Why not sample their putting your best dishes with delectable vegetables straight from the vine into the